Welcome back, ladies and gents, to this very spooky Halloween edition of One-on-One Sports. I'm now joined by our MLB experts, Michael and Brian, to talk some World Series action. So, first, we're going to talk about the Giants, okay? I want you to give me your X factor for the Giants on how they're going to win one game in Kansas City to win the World Series.
Okay, just a smaller X factor to start. They need a good start from someone not named Bumgarner. But a bigger point is that they need to avoid facing Herrera and Davis and Holland because late in the game, they might let these games slip away. And they need to get out to early leads. In the past, they've scored without using the home run. Buster Posey hasn't been himself. And I think they need to continue to do that.
Well, I think it's difficult to talk about the home run aspect when you're playing at AT&T Park, which is arguably one of the hardest stadiums to actually hit a home run at. And I live in the Bay Area, so I've seen the Giants play about 20 times this season. And what I've actually noticed is that they weren't as solid late in the game during the regular season because of the whole Sergio Romo conflict. But now they have a new closer, and I think they're going to be performing better later in the game. So I kind of disagree with that point, especially because they've scored so many runs in the 6th, the 7th, and even the 8th inning the last few times. So I think that my big X factor, like you said, will be other pitchers stepping up, and Jake Peavy will be in the spotlight next game.
Absolutely.
So now we're going to move on to the Royals. So the Royals need to win 2 at home. You give me your X factor for the Royals if they want to win 2 and clinch this World Series.
Well, I'm going to have to give you an easy Tim McCarverism to start off. I think that before you start thinking of winning 2 games, you got to win 1 first. I know
Absolutely.
That's kind of a given. But that said, I think that Yost has mismanaged this team at several points, and they're very fortunate for being here, particularly in that AL wildcard game where they brought in Ventura. I think what Ventura needs to do in Game 6 is to not overpower his opponents with only the fastball, but try and mix up the pitches so it's a little bit less predictable for the opponents. And if they can do that in Game 6, they'll be on the right track to go to a Game 7 before winning the World Series.
I'll do a little bit Tim McCarver as well. In order to win the World Series, your best players have to be your best players. And I think that in the last 2 games of the series, Billy Butler needs to show up as DH for the Royals, and he's got to score some runs and get them to score runs. So I think that's my X factor for the Royals.
All right, well, unfortunately, we have run out of time to talk about the World Series. But stay tuned as Cam and our NFL experts talk some football. You don't want to miss this.